Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been able to follow their team quite a bit, especially with a guy like Jack Hughes in the organization, a player that, is an American and someone who all American kids look up to. And so being able to be able to say that I'm in that organization with a player like that, I'm super proud of it, and I just can't wait to get going.
Did you know that they had some interest in you heading into the draft?
I talked to them at the combine. It was a bit hard to gauge, but it's hard to gauge for anyone. But I knew that it was a team that I would really love to go to, and I was fortunate enough to get picked by them.
I know you're obviously high-end skilled, they're a very high-end skilled team. Do you think that kind of matches well with the way you play?
Yeah, I think I can really keep up with a lot of their players, especially with the way I skate and the way I can play and the way that people can play off me. So I'm excited to see how the fit goes.
What are some areas of your game that you'd like to improve upon? Obviously, I don't know if you're going to development camp, but some areas that you'd like to get better at?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest one for me is just getting stronger. I think, just being an 18-year-old kid, I, of course, want to make the NHL, and I think I just need to be bigger, stronger, and just be able to play against grown men.
How would you describe your game?
I would say I'm a high-energy, high-paced winger that's able to get up and down the ice quickly and use my speed to not just get pucks into good areas, but also to get pucks back, say on the forecheck or on a back check.
You're committed to ASU.
Yeah.
ASU alum as
Yeah.
well. So what about the program really stood out for you? Why'd you commit to Greg Powers and all of them?
Yeah, I think just the buy-in that they had, not just into me, but everyone that they've committed and that they've talked to. I think that's something that's really special about them. And I think I really want to win a national championship with Coach Powers and Coach Dana and all those guys. And I'm really excited to get going.
You talked about Jack Hughes. Did you have any other role models that you tried to model your game after?
Yeah, the biggest one for me is Tomas Hertl. He was a Sharks guy for a while, and growing up from that area, he was someone that I always looked at as being, one of my favorite players, and I always try to emulate the things that he did and try to put into my game.
Did you reach out to Josh Stone or Joey Decord, also ASU alum who are currently in the NHL?
I talked to Robert Masternome. He's on the Marlies right now currently, but I mean, he went through it all, and it was nice to hear his input on everything, especially trying to find my way with committing. And I think he was one of those guys who could really help me sway. And I think, so it was really nice having that input.
Can you talk about what it was like to get back on track after your injury?
Yeah, it was a bit difficult, just derailing a bit, and it got me down for a little bit, but I had to just recover. I took a week and a half, 2 weeks to just let my wrist heal, and I think it was pretty smooth. Just it just took me down a bit, but
I mean, because you heard it so early in the year, and
yeah.
then, like you probably you're not expecting that, so you had to overcome that.
Yeah, it was very early. I mean, it was the second period of the second game of the year, so it was definitely difficult. But I feel like I overcame it pretty well and just got back on track pretty easily.
How important has the USNDVP been in your development from a young player to where you are right now?
Really good, just being able to play with some of those players and kind of seeing how they, treat the game and how they go throughout their day-by-day life. I think it was something that was really eye-opening for me to see.
You talked before about being from the Fairfield area. What's it like being a kid from an area that maybe is not known for a lot of hockey, but just being at the stage now?
I think it's really special. I think Fairfield's a small city, and I know a lot of people over there are cheering for me. So I'm really happy to be that just first player to do something like this, and I hope that many kids go to follow and hopefully surpass me and go in the higher area. So I'm really excited to see what I did here is able to hopefully push on to the next generation.
How did you get involved in hockey? What was it that sparked your interest?
My dad was really big into it. He was more into the fighting of it than the hockey, and he'll always be open about that. But he loved the sport, and he got me into it at a young age, and I've fallen in love ever since.
There's a lot of ice rinks around Fairfield, or did you have to do a lot of travel?
There is one 20 minutes away at a city called Vacaville, so I was very fortunate to have a rink close enough to me. Some kids aren't as fortunate where they'd have to commute for an hour 30 in heavy California traffic to get there, so I was very, very fortunate.
What do you think is mature, or in what ways have you matured over the past couple of years playing junior hockey? I know you moved away from home when you were younger, so you've been a little bit more mature than most.
Yeah.
But what can you say about the past 2 years that's really helped you?
I think the biggest thing for me is just knowing how to grow on my own. Just even when I lived in LA, I still had a real I lived with a teammate, so it wasn't completely like I was just moving in a whole different place and getting to meet someone for the first time and completely turning a new page. But I think when I moved to Des Moines, I got to meet my built mom, Kelly. I think she did such an amazing job of just helping me grow as a man and as a person. I think that's really what helped me the most, and that's how I grew the most, just becoming more of a man and just a better human and all that stuff.
And you mentioned Robert Mastro-Simone is actually a Long Island guy.
Yeah.
So is he going to help you learn about Newark, New Jersey, and maybe things you don't know about New Jersey Devils organization?
Yeah, hopefully I'll get in touch with him again, and hopefully he'll be able to tell me some of the cool things that are in the area. But my roommate Blake Zielinski, of course, the 08, he's from the Long Island area, so he'll hopefully be able to show me the ropes a little bit too. So I'm excited. I know a lot of ties there. So
Will you be at development camp?
yeah,
Have you talked to Potter? He was selected last night by the Flames, I believe.
yeah. I talked to him. He's really excited, and he's just one of those kids who. He's ready to work no matter who picks him, no matter where he gets picked. I'm really happy that he was able to get picked in that first round because I know that was a goal of his from the start of the year to now, so I'm really happy for him.
What's this week been like for you? Like maybe some nerves, some excitement, being here. I don't know if your families, I assume they're
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. It was definitely a lot of nerves and a lot of excitement. I think just finally hearing my name getting called, and especially by an organization like the New Jersey Devils, it was a breath of relief, to be honest. And it felt like just so much weight came off my shoulders, and I'm just really excited that I finally know what team really wants to take a chance on me and really wants me to develop in their system. So I'm excited.
How did the Des Moines Buccaneers system just help you develop and get ready for college and get ready for being pros?
Yeah, I think just the way that they handle not just on ice stuff, but also off the ice. I think with their workout schedule, their skating schedule, I think it's a very pro-like schedule, especially with the way that they handle practices and what we do each day. I think they have a really good system of one day we're going to work really hard and we're going to battle against each other for maybe an hour 30, and then maybe the days leading up, it's more of a relaxing, more a team-oriented, things like that. And I think that really helped me just grow and just learn how, it's going to be at the next levels.
What's the biggest lesson you're going to take from Des Moines into the next stages of your hockey career?
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, it's how to learn how to lose. And of course, I would have loved winning there more, but I think it's such a valuable lesson to learn, especially as I grow older, just to learn what and how to take losses and not see them as necessarily negatives, but see them as building blocks in the next game.